Greetings, I'm LaShondra Little, and I serve as the Vice President for the South Metro Democratic Women's Council. The purpose of our organization is to create awareness and facilitate support for various social issues and programs that are of concern to women in the South Metro region. The South Metro Democratic Women's Council is hosting a series of candidate conversations with all of the municipal candidates that are running in the upcoming municipal elections in the South Metro region. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing you to Elijah Bankston, who is running for City Council in the city of East Point. So to get us started, Mr. Bankston, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes, so my name is Elijah Bankston. I'm originally from Albany, Georgia. I've been in Metro Atlanta for over 10 years now. So I moved here once I went to Kennesaw State. So I went there for college, went there undergrad and graduate school. And then upon graduating from graduate school, I moved to the city of East Point, and I've been here for 4 years now. And so it's been a real pleasure living here and experiencing, I guess, this side of Atlanta for sure.
Oh, wow. So I went to Albany State. Well, I graduated from Albany State University, and I actually used to work at Kennesaw State. So look at that, small world. I was there, Kennesaw State when I brought housing and residence life there. So that was before I started, when there was nothing there and everything was
Yeah. Okay.
It's come a long way. So tell us a little bit about your platform and why you are running for City Council.
For sure. So I guess my platform is optimizing to realize. So my background is in accounting. So I have a master's in accounting, and with that, I worked for over 5 years for a CPA firm, and it is working with businesses. My job requires me to go out and working with controls and finding opportunities, mitigating risk is what I do. So it is in looking at the opportunities that East Point faces, right? And wanting to address those in the best way, the optimal way. So it is just my background in accounting and my experience in internal audit and IT audit. And wanting to bring that energy to support my community. I think when I think about why I'm running, I recognize that I have privilege of choice. Like I really have the privilege of choice. And I've been from Albany, frankly, I was in the majority there, right? And from a racial standpoint, I understand what it's like to be in the majority, but going to Kennesaw State, I also recognize that what it feels like to be in the minority. So landing here in East Point, I am experiencing both, right? So I am in the majority from a racial standpoint, but definitely in the minority from an income standpoint. And I understand, both of them give me privilege. And as I choose how much I want to experience my community. So this is me choosing to say, I want to experience my community more, and to give those that don't have the choice that I have, right? Really bringing my knowledge and, my skill and expertise to say, hey, East Point is primed to bring the things that I like to experience here for everyone. And it is, and again, it's in optimizing to realize those things. Okay. So that's why I run.
Okay. So what makes you qualified for this position?
Again, I think just my background in accounting and just my experience in internal audit and IT auditing, working with a number of business, including international businesses, right? And that really, again, it's about getting the work done. So it's just knowing what I've been able to do in my career-wise and turning that and focusing and doing that same thing for my community. I think when we think about what is the difference between business and government, the difference really is just you're adding compassion, right? You're adding compassion to your decisions. So it is in understanding both worlds. Again, having my experience, growing up in Albany, having my experience at Kennesaw State, and understanding both, and adding compassion in the decisions, but making decisions to really get the work done and adding compassion to that element.
Okay. So for the past year and a half, going on 2 years now, we've been in the midst of a pandemic, specifically COVID-19, and really been trying to make sure we survive as we've lost so many lives. Are there any legislative priorities you would have or support as it relates to COVID-19?
Well, I believe that East Point currently has in place mask mandates as it as it concerns COVID-19. And I'm vaccinated. So that is one thing. I definitely think that, definitely keeping the campaign and just making sure that we are giving out facts, right? Giving out facts concerning the vaccine. And one of the things that I think is super important, even when you're talking about COVID-19, right? We're trying to eliminate misinformation regarding that, is really having a leader that supports facts in their decisions, so that the community again trust their decisions. And so it is in not just starting with COVID-19, it is in all decisions, right? So it's like, if I'm fact-based and I'm a fact-based candidate, it is me also speaking fact and truth concerning the pandemic. So again, yes, I definitely am. I support the city's initiative and current plan as they have the mask mandate. But I think it not only starts there, it starts really in all decisions.
Okay. So one of the other issues that's really have come up as of lately in the South Metro region is that we're beginning to start to become boxed in. What is your take on the warehouses that are seemingly popping up in residential communities within this within East Point and the South Metro region?
Warehouses. So I think one of the things that we want to make sure that, again, we optimize our land use. So finding and just really trying to figure out, okay, what does the community want? So it goes back and say, okay, what do we want here, and how, and in these desires that we have, how do we plan to realize the things that we want? So if when it comes to the warehouses, if that's what we say we do not want, okay, what do we want instead? Because in many regards, if we are not realizing the plan that we have, I mean, what warehouses then become the thing that materializes, because we're not doing the job that we need to do and making the harder decisions that we need to make to get the things that we desire. So yeah, it is more or less, from my opinion, with that question, is just, again, understanding what the community wants and then deciding, okay, this is what we want. And then we have to make those tough decisions to get those things that we desire.
Okay. So what resources would you like to bring to the city of East Point?
Resources, I think, again, it just a listening ear, it just really, I think, in hearing, and just the realization of understanding, right, that a lot of the things that we desire here in the city are gonna require tough decisions, right? It requires a tough decision, and understanding, okay, how we move through those tough decisions, because in many regards, changing and getting the things that we desire here it's an economic shift greatly, right? So it is in recognizing, hey, the things that we want are going to require economic shift. However, it is in, again, trust, I guess, is another resource in some sense, right? It is in trusting the leaders that you have to, again, manage the negative impact of things that are caused by the economic shifts that we have. So I guess in general, though, I guess from a material, the wealth and income, right? Just in growing the economy, right? So, but is an understanding that yes, there are some negative impacts associated with that. But again, in making the tough decisions to go down that line, again, we have to make tough decisions around continuous, right? And making sure that we don't realize those negative things.
So the ward that you're running for, what is it that those residents or constituents can expect from you that you don't think they're already receiving?
So I guess I call it the Bankston Proposition. It is an independence, again, just independent of thought, I've only been here 4 years, so I don't have the network connection, and again, just maintaining my standard as an auditor, right, and making sure that I'm making the decisions based on my purpose of being there for the community. Secondarily, that just transparency, just again, if we want these things, understanding what it's going to take to do these things, right? So again, just speaking the matter of fact, and then again, just having the skill and the knowledge that I've had, from an accounting background and from an auditing standpoint, and bringing that point of view.
Okay. How can people get in contact with you if they're looking to find out more information?
Yeah, so you can reach me At Bankston4FOREP.com. So there's a way you can reach me that way. And then if you just have an email, you can reach me at vote for the number 4 Bankston@gmail.com.
Okay. Now, is there anything else as we're getting ready to wrap up that you don't think we covered that constituents would want to know about you? This is your opportunity to say whatever you would like to share.
Well, I'll just say again, I think it was kind of evident, but just to say, like, I speak to just the fact of the matter. It is just, and understanding the fact, we can start to really get the things that we desire as a community. So again, facts really, really stand the test of time, right? And it's definitely important in the midst of this pandemic. So thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, well, thank you so much for taking this time out of your busy schedule to interview with the South Metro Democratic Women's Council. We feel these interviews are very vital to the people, and it allows them to get to know you on a personal level, as well as know a little bit more about your platform. So best of luck on your campaign.
Thank you so much. Thank you.